eh, very insightful, I guess. Sometimes dragons just have a typical conversation. Nothing really extreme here, and not the usual thank you for rescuing me, buttocks. But, hey, sometimes a normal conversation is always better than having a generic conversation that involves saying, thank you for rescuing me. It honestly is. Night-night. Okay, I talked about this briefly during my channel update for summer/mid 2017, and that is job progression. As it's been roughly the same. I've been on a couple of interviews over the past few months, and honestly, that's as far as I've gotten. Just to the interview process and nowhere further than that, unfortunately. I mean, I'm still looking to get a job, and that's exactly what I'm going to do at one point. I'm definitely going to get a job. It's just when, that is something I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get a job as soon as I can. That was pretty close. Okay, let's see what you have to say.
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
And drink. I wonder, what is the number of dragons who actually purely say, thank you for rescuing me? What is the number? Oh, and how many in the entire dragon pool, more or less? What is the number of dragons who say that? How many dragons are there in the game? I'm gonna guess there are 100 dragons, maybe? That seems like a perfectly reasonable number. What is the percentage of dragons who say thank you for rescuing me? That I'm truly wondering. I'm gonna guess 1/3. I'm gonna guess 1/3, but then again, it could be a half. 1/2. Who knows? Who knows for sure how many people have calculated that possibility? By the way, fireworks. If you happen to light them, step away from them, because if you happen to be too close when they go off and explode, then you'll take damage. Kind of figured this out the hard way not too long ago. More or less during the first recording session that ended up getting screwed over by the Elgato's capture software. Honestly, I never had any sort of issues with the capture software until today. Could be due to the fact that I'm using beta software, or it could be something else entirely. I'm not too sure. But either way, it was a very annoying experience, and I hope to never have that again.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the magic crafter world.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Ah, you have got to be freaking kidding me, man. What kind of bullcrap was that? Okay, screw it. I'm gonna go over here. Kelvin.
Remember that these blue thieves haven't stolen eggs only in the Magic Crafter world. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Okay. I didn't quite get what he said. I think he was saying, remember that thieves only stolen eggs or something? Anyhow. Death. Dang it! Must have just simply not had enough height. Anyhow. Time to dishonor this freaking thief. There are no honor among thieves here. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Really? Has to be that freaking jerkwad. Got him! Finally! God damn. That was painful, but hey. Thieves typically are a pain to catch, even if you have to burn them. And burning them really is more or less a last resort anyhow. Okay, that's a sheep. I was thinking it was something else, but no, not quite. Fun fact, I think there's a pretty big glitch that was recently discovered not too long ago. During a speedrun of the game, it was accidentally discovered that you can glitch through a certain part of the level's geometry. Shit! Damn it! Honestly, I kind of panicked there for a moment. I was thinking, oh crap, I'm not gonna make it. So I charged, hit the freaking platform. God damn it. Great. We're gonna be at this forever, aren't we? Oh wow, I actually made it this time. And death. Of course! Because I don't have the right freaking distance. There's no distance. Ah! There's so little room to move. That's one down, 2 to go. Why didn't I just do this in the first place? No clue. Well, whatever. The worst part of this is over. 453. Let's see, there's 500, of course. Still a large number of, frickin' gems left to find. I have a pretty good idea where to look next. It looked like it was leading towards an endless abyss, but then again, leap of faith can honestly lead to really good rewards if you truly know where you're going before you take flight. I think I've been over there. It looks like the beginning of the level. Whatever. It's nice to have a nice loop. A good way to loop back around the stage relatively easily and quickly. And I think I found where I need to go to next. This isn't a blind Let's Play, just throw that out there right now. It isn't blind, but as I said, I have not played this game in years. So I don't exactly remember every nook and cranny. And why the hell did I spawn all the way back here? Must not have touched the platform. The freaking pedestal. Whatever. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Go ahead and save, because why not, right? Honestly, saving does give you a little bit of extra assurance. I really wish that I had some sort of map system right now. That would be really helpful. A map. A map would be a really great thing to have, but unfortunately, it's not. It's not there. Well, dang it. Well, looks like I'm going to be cutting footage again. Be back momentarily. Okay, back again. This time, we're going to figure out a way to get over there. And I think I have an idea. I pray to God this works. This is as high as I'm going to get. Alright, it worked. Thank God. Take that, you jerk. Time to finish up this level once and for all. If I don't miss every freaking fire breath there is in existence. And then end up getting blindsided by freaking wizards. Like true wizards this time. Not those, Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. One life left. I wonder if 0 lives is a thing in this game. That I'm truly wondering right now, because if I run out, well, it's game over. That wasn't obvious, but even so. Getting a game over really isn't too bad. So long as you've saved progress, then you should be able to return to the previous save point, or at the very least, at the beginning of the level. Okay, wait for the next cycle. Oh, that was close. Screw you. I win. Barely, but I win anyway. And that, as I say, is that. 500 out of 500 and 4 out of 4. 42%. Damn. Talk about getting things done quickly and efficiently. That is sweet. Well, that was definitely a fun ride, let me tell you. But our journey has only just begun within this world, as I get more text messages. And let's see what this has to say. When you done, come down so we can talk dinner. Okay. Mom was just texting me. As soon as I'm done, we're going to talk about dinner. But we're not going to be worrying about that just yet, because right now we have some more levels to complete. Here's something else I didn't know about until just recently, or more or less when I watched like a Did You Know Gaming video on this game. And is that some levels within the PAL version of Spyro the Dragon has different music as opposed to the NTSC one. And also the Japanese version. Does the Japanese version of the game have the NTSC soundtrack or the PAL soundtrack? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna guess NTSC, since that's like their coding standards for the most part. Alright. Cyrus.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
That's what I'm trying to do, and that's exactly what I've been dealing with throughout the entirety of this freaking trip in this entire world. Very annoying enemies to deal with, because a lot of times they like to make themselves invincible by raising the platforms of which they're standing on just to block your path and say, ha ha, you can't hit me, you can't hit me. Well, at least they're not making clones of themselves and making things that much harder. Bye-bye. By the way, once you kill them, then the obstacle of which they're moving or whatever pretty much goes back to normal. Alright, what does Mom have to say now? Alright, sorry about that. Just replying to the first text message, and really there was no other text messages that appeared. Which is really weird, because I got a notification saying that I got a text message, yet I didn't get one. There was only one message. That was it. Also, these gems down here. These can be considered easily missable. Especially considering the fact that the path in front of you is basically like a jump. Like, you gotta glide across from where you're standing in order to reach where you need to go. Also, some fairies are just floating around. My only guess is that they're there for, like, if you happen to not be able to make the jump from, like, the lower platform or whatever. And they're there to save you, maybe? I don't know.
Combining supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
Yeah. Sweet. And this is something that we're going to be doing, especially in later levels. And here, we're definitely going to be making good use of that particular mechanic. It's going to be a fun ride, let me tell you. Especially trying to figure out how the heck it is you're supposed to get from point A to B. Okay. I wasn't exactly sure how you were supposed to get over here safely.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong, like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Thank you for the tip. I honestly forgotten about that fact. Supercharging does make you invincible. Oh. That's right. Forgot, you gotta use the supercharge while you're in the spider's den. If you don't, well then you're going to get completely murdered by those frickin' bugs. And no one likes to get murdered by bugs. No one likes to do that at all. Bugs are icky and disgusting. And this is coming from a man. Before we begin our whole supercharged adventure, there's still a little bit of exploring left to do. Granted, it doesn't look like there's anything left. So, whoops. Good night, bugs. Damn. Well, this isn't good. Thankfully, once you clear out some bugs within this cave, then you should be okay to traverse through it, even if you happen to lose your supercharge. Thankfully, it's not exactly a Bible rule that you have to more or less follow the freaking flashing lights all the way down the hill. You only have to follow it so far. And then after you do so, then you can execute the supercharge early. This is a very useful tactic, especially for speedrunners. And I know that the speedrunners have executed said technique. And I'm pretty sure they've done so for every single instance of speedrunning this game. Oh, man. Gotta love them hills. One thing about the supercharge is that the hills can be considered your worst enemy. Okay, how are you supposed to get up here then? Seriously, how? Maybe you just ignore these for now? I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, it's been a very long time. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you for the kiss. So that's how you're supposed to get through this. Sometimes you may encounter big fairies, and the big fairies will give you a temporary power-up, which will help you deal with certain obstacles, such as these spiders that are just simply floating, just being spiders, and not trying to act like Spider-Man or Spooderman. Anyhow, like I said, the power-ups are only temporary, so try to make use of them as fast as you can. Because once their time is up, then they're done. The power-up will have to be reacquired from the fairy who you got it from. Thankfully, the fairies don't go away or do anything at all whatsoever. The fairies just simply hang out. They hang out in the same spot all the time.